All good?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, first things first, happy inauguration day to
Yeah.
Daddy Trump. As you don't know, we got the shirt on. And after this, your boy will not be talking politics for 4 years because we are in good hands. Okay, so we are back to business.
Absolutely. He's already set a great standard. You know, I'm not even going to go there because people are going to go, me.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're off to a good start already.
Exactly, guys. And so today, you know, we're going to talk about current events, things that are happening in bodybuilding, things that we just need to talk about. And one thing that I think broke the news this week is the IFBB Pro cards being voided after 3 years. That is, I am very passionate. I can't wait to hear what Dustin has to say on this, but I actually was driving in the truck trying to figure out things we could talk about.
Yeah.
That's my first time hearing about it.
Yeah.
So,
oh, shit? Really?
First time.
Yeah, Sebastian hit me up with that freaking yesterday or 2 days ago.
So, long story short, what I'm hearing is that if you do not compete or have an active IFBB Pro card within 3 years, you lose your pro card.
Absolutely.
Now, how do you feel about that?
I mean, like, oh, man, that's kind of rough. I mean, again, my rookie season was last year, so I haven't been in the game in terms of a pro for so long. And so everybody, I mean, just to throw that out there, everybody who has an inactive IFBB Pro card, they're essentially still pros. Except for now. Yeah. So now they put this in there. So if you are an inactive IFBB Pro prior to 2023, you either have to compete or, excuse me, essentially you just have to buy your card again. Buy your membership.
Yep.
So you have to buy your membership before December 2025, or you're inactive, your title gets wiped and you have to requalify. That's crazy.
Crazy.
That is crazy to me. Yeah. However, it's just like if you, I don't know. I think it's obviously a money thing, right?
100%.
So if in fact they are getting more people to uphold their standard and keep their pro card, well, then that's more money into the league.
Yep.
I don't know what they're going to do with that money, but we'll see.
Name one thing that the IFBB Pro League does right now with the money. Name one.
I mean, okay, prize money.
I know about two, but that's it.
Prize money.
Who pays for the prize money though?
Well, a lot of the promoters pay for the prize money.
You don't pay for the prize money.
Yeah, that's freaking crazy.
Keep going. This is a sensitive subject.
It is, and I think it sucks. What does the IFBB pay for? I don't know. Go ahead.
So we've talked to a few promoters, you know, and this is a sensitive subject to me because I know we'll probably get a little bit of heat from it if we talk about it. But I don't really care because I think it does need to be talked about because I think there are things that they could do with this money.
Absolutely.
That could grow this sport. And I think that they're definitely under delivering. And I'm going to be honest, I truly believe that because they put all the stress on the promoter, right? All the pressure's on the promoter to make this money. And it really it's a one-way street at this point, right?
Sure.
Now, what they pay for, I'm sure Tyler's going to pay from the IFBB, right? I don't know. I think it's probably just the really top 10 people maybe that are getting a paycheck potentially from the IFBB.
What do you mean by top 10 people?
I don't know. Like Steve Weinberger, you know, maybe.
So you're talking judges, period.
No, not even judges, because remember, the promoters pay for the judge. The promoter pays for the judge. The promoter pays for the prize money. The promoter pays for sanction fees. The promoter pays for all this stuff. So what I've heard is that the IFBB just takes care of the insurance part of things, right?
Okay.
And how much insurance money do you really think goes out there? Who do you hear suing the IFBB?
I mean, somebody dropped something on their foot and we can't get a certain thing anymore, motherfucker.
The thing is we can't even talk about it. They won't let us talk about it.
Yeah, right.
So the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, I do think it's a money thing. Now, am I upset about that? Absolutely not. I just don't think it's fair to take someone's pro card. I think that, you know, again, this life is expensive. Could you imagine like not being able to financially even afford to live, you know, and then you never know what's going to happen in life. You could lose your fucking legs. And now they're going to take your title away from you when supposedly that's been the whole thing. You compete to get your pro card. You're pro for life.
You're pro for life.
I market that actively. You know, you will be pro for the rest of your life. And I don't think it's fair for them to take it back. You know, I just don't think that it's again, it's a money thing. Yeah. And I'm okay with that as long as they start putting money
back into the league.
Into it, right? Help these promoters out.
Absolutely.
Help these, you know, maybe even help these athletes out, like the fucking national federations, right? Why are they not paying for the first, like, hey, you want to have a natural show? Good. No sanction fees, right? Or at least just give the promoters free shit for a little bit, right? I don't know. But anyway, this is probably give me trouble, but I don't really care.
Hey, we're just trying to shed some light on certain things, and we have certain types of opinions, and some people don't like that. But however, we're just going to speak the truth of what we feel.
Exactly.
But I agree. I don't think that they should essentially take that title away, specifically since it's been like this for so long, and now they're going to change it up. But
I want to hear Sean Ray.
We don't know.
Sean Ray is going from Sean Ray. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We're taking your title. We're taking that title away. You are not an IP pro no longer.
Let's hear what he got to say, because that motherfucker got a mouth too. Lee Priest, he already had his shit taken away just because
Did he actually?
I'm pretty sure he did. I'll double check that. I'll have to double check that. Don't quote me for that, but Lee Priest has always been on the IFBB's ass for certain things, and he's been a man for the people, and I can definitely understand that.
Yeah.
But no, I don't agree with them taking it away. I do understand that it is a whole money thing, but yeah, dude, I don't know.
It's just why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you work your whole life to get this out, and you know how hard it is to get
Dude,
this cards
yeah.
out. Like, it is fucking hard. There's so many competitors, and with the age of technology, so many more people understand the sport. They understand that what it takes, and there's also more athletes now, so it's harder to get that pro card, right? And I just couldn't imagine. I don't think it's fair to the athletes. I think it's a money thing, and I just think it's just not fair.
I'm trying to think about how much it costs. I'm pretty sure it was like $300.
$400 a month. Short of $400 a year.
It's $400 a year now.
It's $400 a year.
I got to double check that, because I think I paid. I think it was like $350.
Pretty much $400. After taxes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty.
It is what it is. I just don't think the IFBB strapped that much. And if they were like putting out and dishing out all this money, I just think it's just a one-way street, and it's not fair. And it's funny, and it's actually funny, because when I talk to these promoters on here, and I even brief that subject, like, what does the IFBB pay for? They all get quiet. They all get weird. I can't really say that because they don't do anything. So I don't know how I feel about it. That's a sensitive subject. But anyway, let's move on. So
another big thing, there has been a couple retirements, of a really, really, really big name coach, highly sought after coach. We got Hani Rambod pretty much announcing his retirement due to the fact that he wants to spend more time with his family. Doesn't really feel like he is impacting the league as much as he has in the past, and he thinks that he can focus more on his family and then help the league help the league, but help athletes get a little bit better improvement with their lives and their training by training them for those 1 hours, instead of taking a whole entire prep and putting so much, because dude, you got freaking a shit ton of athletes, I can only imagine, and having to put that much time and effort into all these people and changing their plans and getting everything done. Well, he's got Olympian or freaking winners, like multi-winners. And so I can only imagine him at the Olympia just completely closed off, doesn't want to talk to nobody, but he's laser focused on trying to ensure that these people come in on a prep. Well, Derek, he came in off. Let's just be real. And I know that you have a very high opinion of Hani Rambod, as do I. Why do you think he came in off? I'm just curious. Yeah.
That's a hard one. I mean, I think that it could be a few different things. I don't know. That's a really good question. Was
Hani just like kind of like being caught by family and just his mind just wasn't in it?
I think there's a reason why he retired. I think that he has so much on his plate. Yeah. I think that if, like, just take me for example, right? If I continue to grow and I'm making millions of dollars off Evogen, right? Millions, probably.
He's making a bunch off Evogen
investments he probably has. So and now you have to focus on everyone else's preps, and you're making so much money. You're not doing it for the money anymore, right? You built your name, you built your foundation. So at some point, at some year, you're going to start pulling off the gas on your athletes.
I think so.
And I think he had Chris, he had Hadi, and he had Derek, right?
Yep.
So peaking those three athletes at the same time perfectly, I got to say, guys, it is tough peaking multiple athletes. It's tough peaking one athlete, right? I think one's good. But it's still tough, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Three. I don't think it was a peaking problem, though. I think that for some reason, Derek has a problem just keeping fullness in his legs, right? I think that they pushed the size so much and they focused so much on chest that maybe they didn't realize that his legs were just slowly downsizing.
They're kind of lagging.
It could have been water, right? It could have been it was definitely not food. I couldn't see it being food, right? Maybe they pulled too much water and he just flattened out his legs. But I think it's a good thing that Hani retired, because it allows us as coaches to move up in the ranks.
Yeah.
I think that you're seeing a lot of people that are coming up, like Boston Outlaw. I think that's how you say his name. tremendous coach. He's blowing up now. You know, there's these newer coaches that are coming up. And it gives us a chance to really climb those ranks,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
as
you're
far
right.
as the IFBB goes. And I'll tell you how hard it is, man. Like when you're a coach coming up, it is tough getting good quality athletes, let's be honest, right? Because
Absolutely.
the good quality athletes go to these top coaches, right?
Absolutely.
Matt Jensen's team, stuff like that. And again, he retired again.
He's gone too.
Big thing about Matt, I have to give him a lot of respect. You know, again, he had a lot of athletes on his hand. You know, I know what's his name really.
Beastwood.
Yeah, Beastwood really called him hard. Called him
Oh, he
hard.
did.
And it was kind of disrespectful. I didn't
I
like
think
that.
so too.
I don't like we've talked about that before, but I think there's something to be said about Matt taking that step down. He's financially good. He's got his freedom now, you know, because when you are tied to all these athletes, trust me, guys, it gets tough. Like I was actually on my phone the other day, and I went back and just checked to see how many text messages I had a day. 68, not text, 68 people I was talking to throughout the day. 68. And just imagine that, right? Now imagine Matt Jensen having these pros like, hey, you know, I ate this meal. What do I eat next? I'm 3 weeks out. Look at my pictures. It's got to be a lot of fucking time consuming.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know, so I think, you know, I'm glad to see these guys retire. We're seeing coaches step up now. Let's talk about Derek Lunsford's new coach.
Derek going to Chris Aceto.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's a good move. If he's going to go somewhere, he's going to go somewhere of a top tier coach. I do believe that Chris Aceto is a top tier coach. So if going to him is going to, I don't know, Derek's competing in the Arnold, correct?
100% versus Sampson.
Exactly. And I am so fucking happy that these guys are actually doing more shows than just the Olympia. And I think that affects them, right? Yeah. So I think there's a little, I don't know what it is, but when you're trying to go for the Olympia, the illustrious award of getting that Sandow, and there's a lot of pressure on you. If you don't alleviate some of that pressure by doing another show or just at least one or two other shows throughout the year, I think it's just a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So I am so happy that they're actually doing like Sampson is calling people to frickin' come out and let's do some competitions. Let's do what we were meant to do. And the Arnold's going to be there. Derek is going to, you know, hopefully we see a new beast. Hopefully we got a reinvigorated Derek.
Yeah.
Hopefully we got a Derek that comes onto that stage and he is absolutely peeled, showing exactly what, you know, why he won last year.
But do you think he was under condition at the Olympia?
Dude, yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
I don't think that his back didn't look the same.
Yeah.
His legs didn't look the same.
I think it was a peaking problem. That's my personal experience because he was fucking diced. You know, he probably beat Sampson by 20% on conditioning, honestly, by 20 fucking percent. You guys know how hard I am on that. You know, every week I'm talking about this shit. But, you know, Derek beat him on conditioning. Hottie beat Derek on conditioning. Yep. It was just the fullness. Derek was really lacking that fullness in the lower body. You look at his back. He still had a great back to bicep, but if you look at his legs, they were downsized from last year. So I think him and Hottie just, you know, they didn't prioritize legs enough probably, or it was a peaking problem specifically. Condition, that's a whole different ball game. But let's bring it back to Chris Aceto. So Chris Aceto and Derek, you know, I've been waiting. I don't know if that's going to be a good mix because if you look at Derek, I feel like he needs that coach that's going to hold his hand, that's going to be there with him 100%.
You think so?
And Chris has a lot of athletes. You know, he's killing right now. He does good. He's got Andrew Jacked, which is phenomenal. He's making great progress. So I think he's good. But again, I think that, you know, if you look at Phil Heath and Hani, right, they were so close.
Yeah, so absolutely. They're very close.
Phil Heath and Chris Bumstead, super close. Phil Heath and Derek. Or sorry, I mean, all these guys are really close. Hani Rambod and Derek. Super close. Yeah. Chris is more of a away guy. You know, he's more of like, he'll send you the plan, he'll check in. You got your trainer, we're good, we'll check in, and we'll do it. It's not like that bond. And I think that Derek might be missing out, or he's just at that level now where he can appreciate that, and he knows to do the fucking work. Like, give me the plan, I'll do the work. No, but I don't need you to hold my hand anymore. Yeah. So I'm excited to see how that goes, you know, and then Nick Walker picked some random coach. I never heard of this guy that Nick picked. So is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? You know, this is the age of new coaches, so it's if this kid steps it up, you know, because he is going to be versus Martin, let's be honest, in 12 weeks in the Pittsburgh Pro, something like that. So there's going to be a showdown. Who do you think's got that?
Dude, I mean, I said from the beginning, I love Martin, bro. That motherfucker he's got some just amazing shape. And he had that fullness. He brought the conditioning. He had everything over there, everything going for him at his first Olympia, and he placed fourth. How can that man is ecstatic? You know what I mean? There's no way that he thought. I mean, obviously you're going there to win, period. But it's just like, all right, I'm going with all these legends here. I don't know how I'm gonna fall. But he placed freaking 4th on his first Olympia. That's just like
So did
amazing.
Nick Walker, though.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think that Martin has got a better shape than Nick Walker. But I know that you're all about Nick Walker and his conditioning, and he's got a full package.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes down to shape, like we were talking about with Stacy the last podcast, you know, if you do everything fucking right, everybody does the same shit, and you are absolutely peeled to the fucking bone. It comes down to one factor, and that's genetics. And I think that Martin has better genetics and structure.
Yeah. And I got to say, he probably matches them on conditioning, too.
Absolutely. Yep.
Martin's fucking peeled. I'm not gonna lie. Martin does, and he knows how to fucking pose, bro.
Yeah.
That guy knows how to pose.
Classically.
Remember Nick Walker? Like,
Classically.
He would come up and he'd hit his front double and then flex his abs down, and it would just look disgusting. And then he went to the next Olympian, he didn't fucking do that shit.
Yep.
It just, for me, it was like, that's his strong point.
Yeah.
And he tried to stay away from that. I think it backfired on Nick. But I don't know, because I don't know if Nick is just run down now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's just been started too early, possibly took in too many PDs. I'm not going to, go too much into there, but there was something wrong at this last Olympia. Something happened that they're not telling us, right? Why they pulled
off the gas.
Could it be his body was just maybe taking too much stuff for too long and he had to get off? Like, everyone knows that Nick Walker has not had the cleanest blood work, right? Yeah. We've heard this from time and time again from how many fucking people. And maybe it was something to do with that. It's all speculation. They're probably not going to talk about it, but is he healthy enough to compete, right? Or is he just trying to be like the Elliott guy that keeps having to, he gets close to a prep, he gets close to the national show and he has to pull out because of health issues.
Every single time.
Because they're probably abusing shit. And he actually came out and said, hey, yes, I am abusing shit and this is what's going on. So it could be a case of that. I agree with you, man. I think Martin is a soldier. I think he's a beast. I think he's young. And I actually think he's doing it right, honestly.
I think so too.
I think he's doing it fucking right. I think that he's going to be, I don't know. Okay, let's talk about this, right? Samson, right? Winning. He won last year. You got Hadi in second, Derek in third, and Martin in first. How is Martin going to hold up this year versus everyone else? Like, do you think that
like in the Olympia?
Well, yeah, in the Olympia. How do you think they're going to do this year? Let's early Olympia predictions.
Dude, fuck, dude. It all comes down to that damn peak week. Let's just be honest. It doesn't matter what you look like right now. It matters what you look like on the day. And so, man, dude, like I want to see Martin climb up the ladder. I do. And so I believe he's same height as Derek. We have
They're pretty much same height, almost.
Exactly, right?
Very close.
And man, I don't know. It's like it's very tough to call it right now. I want Hadi's conditioning, freaking Samson's full shape and structure, right? And then Derek's back and freaking legs with Martin's way of posing. Like you know what I mean? Like it's really hard to kind of make that decision now. I don't know. I can't. But if we're going in a direction towards conditioning and structure and shape, I want Martin to win. That's
what I was about to say. I think that he's the only one that is bringing all of it, right?
Yeah.
He's got the muscle. Mm-hmm. He's got the shape. He's got the conditioning. He just needs time now. You know, I don't think Samson even he's never going to have what it takes to get conditioned like these guys. It's never going to happen. I mark my words. I promise you. It just won't fucking happen because they've already given him, here, you got an Olympia being soft.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He was fucking soft. No one's going to disagree with that, all right? Here, we gave you a lift from being soft. Why is he going to try to get conditioned now? He could half-ass the prep probably and go in there and fucking win.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would he do it? He's never going to have to push now.
He's like, all right, cool. I can still eat pizza.
And that's why conditioning was such a strong statement because they're not just going to let anyone just do that shit. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Now they've done it. So I personally don't think we're ever going to see it. I hope I get proven wrong because out of everyone on stage, I think Samson has probably the best structure easily up there. He has the fullest muscles, man. He is so good. Like, so
huge.
good. I just like conditioning. I just want to see him go through the suffering. And I don't think he should be deserving of a Mr. Olympia if you're not bringing that conditioning, right?
No, I get you.
And it was funny. I made this post online. It was some post, and I typed in there, Samson was the softest Mr. Olympia, since Lee Haney. And someone messaged, Lee Haney was peeled. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, proves my fucking point. Proves my point. Lee Haney beat Samson on conditioning 20 years ago.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about this all year, and I hope I get proved wrong. And let's go back to, you're talking about people competing year round. I personally don't think people should compete year round if you're at the top and the pinnacle. How much fun was that when Phil Heath was on a roll, right? And he had a dominant champion. Yeah. He would not step on stage. He did a little bit with Kai Green for fun, right, in the beginning, but once he started winning, he would not compete except once a year.
I get it.
And how much fun would that to see, like, okay, what can Phil Heath do in a year? Because what can Samson really do in a year? Like, since the Arnold Classic, when Samson won to Olympia, there wasn't that big of a change.
No.
Nothing. He's kind of like maintaining, getting a little slight better. But for Heath, from like 2010 to 2011, 2011, 2012, 2012, 2013, he made massive strides because he was giving himself rest. He's giving himself time to grow. And that is why I'm worried about Martin. I think if Martin plays, but he needs to qualify, right?
He has to qualify, absolutely.
So that's the only thing. But I don't like people competing 6 months later and 12 months later. And I am a coach. I do this professionally. Yeah. I don't know how these athletes are doing it and not causing damage to their bodies.
Yeah. No, for sure.
What I'm saying? What's the detox phase?
There really is none. I mean, I don't think that you should have to compete like a bunch in the year, but at least do Olympia, obviously. Yeah. Olympia, boom, trail it into the Arnold, just like they're doing. Like that, I think those two for sure.
Yeah.
But I think I feel like champions have been scared to get knocked down throughout the year. You know what I mean? And then from there, all their credibility is gone.
For sure.
And they just feel like, oh, fuck, well, I fucked that up. Just like Aaron Banks did, right?
Yep.
So Aaron Banks won the Mr. Olympia, and then where did he go and lose? Lake Tahoe.
He went to Legion.
Yeah, he went to Legion Sports Fest in Lake Tahoe, and he got fucking burnt by Chiron, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this shit happens, and it takes an effect on your mental state. So, I think there's a fear in that. I like that there are actually, that Samson is calling people out to do the Arnold. I think that's great. From the Arnold, shut it down a little bit, take your detox phase, go on, and then, bring it back up to the Olympia or do a competition right before the Olympia. I don't know. It doesn't have to be anything big.
So what's the Arnold? March, right?
Yeah, March,
April,
I think there's 7 weeks out, 6 or 7 weeks out.
June, July, August, September. September's Olympia.
So Olympia
back a month, right? Wow. I'm pretty sure they've been moving it back. It's usually September. It was October this year.
Yeah.
But let's just say it's 8, right? We say we got 8, 4 and 4. Okay, bro, that's not much time to detox your body. Like you only got 8 months to detox and then get on back on prep and then be peeled again. That's not a lot of time, Right. So that's where it's like, I personally love the ghost factor, right? I like it. I like only seeing my Mr. Olympia once a year. Me personally, that's my bodybuilding fan of me, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to see massive improvements.
Right.
Like they're giving you this luxury, the top 3,
to
take the time and build, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
like
true.
the Arnold Classic because it gives people nice hype, right?
Yeah.
Nick Walker went there before his Olympia, won the Arnold Classic. How much hype did that give him going to Olympia?
A lot.
That right there is like, okay, we got the top 3. Guess what? Nick Walker's 4 because he beat everyone else. These top 3 weren't really competing, right? This guy's there to take that throne. So I think it gives the younger people and like the younger come-ups like Nick Walker, Martin,
I can see that.
chances to win. I think it also gives the top 3%, you got top 3, time to build and really fine-tune their physique while these other people are catching up.
Yep. I agree.
That's personally what I want to see. Dorian Yates, bro, back in the day.
Dude,
you see
he
black
gone.
and white pictures.
He gone.
Bro, he's gone.
He's in the dungeon.
And look at how much he catch up so fast. Do you think we would have seen Ronnie Coleman 98 if he didn't take? I think he took that whole year off, right after 97, Mr. Olympia.
I believe so.
He probably competed like once or twice, like maybe once before that. But he took a lot of time off to build his physique, and then they were different back then, bro. They weren't playing.
That was a whole different beast.
Whole different
absolutely.
monsters.
That golden era, you ain't gonna find that nowadays. There's just too much bullshit out there in the world, and too much, macro gurus.
Too many macro gurus.
Too many macro gurus, bro. They have motherfuckers got to go.
Exactly.
So.
What else we got, man? Let's hear it.
Let's see. We got. I mean, that's awesome. I love those things. Okay, freaking pro card, all that stuff. Let's see. Let's do. Ooh, that's a good one. So we got the fit model division, right?
Yes. This
is going to change the game, dude.
Yep, it already did.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I believe how Stacy and Holly has described. I think it's very cool that if in fact you do decide to do the fit model division, you cannot compete in anything else. That's it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be like that for probably a few years because they want to build that division, right?
Absolutely.
And I think it's going to, originally when you first heard about it, what did you say?
I mean, I was like, oh man, that's just going to be a less conditioned bikini. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think when I first heard
To
about
put it nicely.
Same thing as you. This is stupid. What are we doing? And then the more I realize, because we are coaches, and I don't like pushing drugs on people as much as the town wants to run around. People who have never even seen me coach. They just run in the fucking mouth. I like coaching natural competitors. I think it's good that we have a starting point now, right?
Absolutely.
Because bikini went off to the races, bro.
Oh,
They're
it's
just
gone.
ridiculous. The amount of muscle that these girls have in their frame now is phenomenal.
It is.
And I like it. And I like progression, right?
Absolutely.
I don't want men's physique to stay there and look like they did fucking 10 years ago.
No.
Right? I want to see people like you, people that have the muscle, have the shape, build on that, and have some progression, right?
For sure.
What's the point? So I like the fact they went a little back. It gives first-time competitors a chance. It's just I'm hoping that they do it the way I envision it, and I envision it as a literally fit model, right?
Yeah,
beauty.
Same.
Beauty. You can't have some ugly people going out there. I'll be honest, you can't have some ugly people going out there, you know what I'm saying, and fat and like really out of shape and winning. It's just not going to be that division.
It shouldn't be.
It's going to be a beauty division, right? It's going to be about shape, structure, posing, hair, makeup. Like, and I think it's a bikini, but just a little bit more modelless. You know, like
I would say, okay, I like it.
That's what I want to see. I want to see master posing. Like, that's what will impress me. If you go out there, you know how to walk, you know how to hit your poses, your beauty just shines, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see, right? And looks will matter in this division. Mark my words.
I mean, there's only one way to find out. You know what I mean? I mean, so like originally it was bikini and men's physique, which were considered the most attainable body type at that point. If you're just starting out,
are they attainable now?
Fuck no. You look at the pros.
Later,
you look at the pros right now, dude. It's nuts. Yeah. It's absolutely crazy.
Yep.
The men's physique has grown immensely. These boys are big. I thought I was big. Now you step backstage on the men's physique pro stage and you're like, holy shit, this guy's a massive.
Exactly.
The girls in bikini have become way more structured and conditioned, and I like that structured conditioned look. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And make them, continue to look as feminine as they do. And so this fit model division is taking away from all of that and now giving people who actually need a gateway kind of division for the NPC to shine.
Yep.
What I don't agree with is I don't believe that they should have a fit model division in the national competitions this year. I think they should take it out. Fuck no. I think if you do, get your overall or whatever, you qualify for this, you qualify for next year.
Yeah.
And it gives you a kind of chance to continue on your path and your journey. I don't think that they should have it this year and be handing out fucking pro cards for the fit model division when it's just been introduced.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, it's tough because when wellness first came out, they did the same thing in wellness, right? Like, they're trying to build the ranks. Whether they're not exactly what they're looking for, that's fine. They're just trying to build some ranks. And I actually talked to a lot of people. And, even Jacqueline, she's really excited about the fit model division because it's a lot healthier, right?
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
Have to get
that
shredded. You don't have to get that full. You don't have to get that. Them glutes don't have to be fucking massive, right? Because in the front pose, you don't only need big glutes from the front, right? No. It's just the back that matters. And a lot of girls, right, they're hitting that front pose. They don't have the fullness from the front. So it's going to work in favor for a lot of women. But I think I'm so mixed about it. Like, I love the division and I think it's great. The thing that I'm mixed about is that I think you're going to see a separation now between bikini and fit model.
I think so too. For sure. That's where it should go.
I'm very happy with that.
Absolutely.
Because I think people ask me, hey, what do you think the quality is going to be like at these bikini shows?
I think it's going to be more conditioned.
Next level, bro. Ain't no reason. Because all these people who were not willing to do the diet, not willing to get in shape, not willing to do the cardio, cheating all the fucking time, they're going to do fit model because they just have that mindset of, I'm never going to get this look. I'm never going to get this condition, right? So this is where you guys belong. But then this division is going to be fucking stacked. You might see half the bikini competitors come back now. Most girls can be, I'll just go to fit model, whatever. There's a bunch of local girls from town, man. They'll never win. They can never win an overall. They don't have what it takes. They're diet. They don't know how to fucking diet, right? They're going to do fit model because they think that, it's cool. It's a new thing. I'll win here. Probably lose there too, bro. You think they're not going to be conditioned in fit model either? Like,
I think that there has to be a certain level of conditioning, but again, based on what Tyler is saying, they don't necessarily want to see clean freaking abs. Yeah. They don't want to see vascular. They don't want to see shoulder peaks. They don't want to see any of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? They don't want to see separation in the hamstring, tie in, none of that. They just want to see shape.
That's it.
That's all it really is.
Yeah.
Shape, bring a level of conditioning that, can show better shape. However, we don't need detail. There's no detail anymore.
Yeah. It's almost like when I had Alice and we were like, bro, like fucking 10 weeks out. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 weeks out. She wasn't that muscular. She was good, wasn't great, but the shape was just like fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Emma would have been beautiful in this division, I think. Emma, seriously, she has the best shape. She has the most phenomenal shape.
She can probably get on stage right now.
She just gets really shredded. That's the problem.
Yeah.
She holds on like a lot of like weight on her lower half. So a lot of athletes are going to struggle with this. This division will be fucking tough. Because like let's say Emma, for example, I had to suffer her to get her legs to come in. And by that point, her upper body's so shredded and it worked beautifully for bikini. So I'm saying structure-wise, right? It's beauty. Emma has one of the best structures I've ever seen, right? Alice, one of the best structures I've ever seen. These girls are different. Raven, it's going to be tough for Raven. Raven can't do fit model. She's too damn big. But structure-wise,
it's too damn big.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Amazing structure.
So this division is going to be all about structure. And I think the first show we will actually be at, and I will have 2 girls in the fit model division. I will have one first-time competitor, and then I will have I'm throwing what's her name in it. I'm throwing God, why am I called
Just drawing a huge blank.
huge fucking blank? She's one of my best friends. Fucking blonde girl just won the overall. God, what the fuck's her name? Why am I missing this?
Who, Julie?
Yeah, we're gonna cut this. We'll cut that part out. Yeah. Cut that part out. Yeah, Julia, right? So Julia, I'm really tired, guys. It's been a long fucking week.
Oh,
I've been
shit.
running like crazy. So Julia, I'm throwing in about 10 weeks out. Should be 10 weeks out from nationals.
Yeah.
The reason why is because Julia's amazing.
Like, she's absolutely
fucking
amazing.
beast mode, right? But I just think that she might need a little more time of muscle, and I think 10 weeks out is beautiful for her. I think she win the whole damn thing.
So Julie, you're putting her.
Julia's again.
Julia's. Oh no! All right. Well, fuck it.
For fun. We're going on there fun because she's already lean.
Yeah.
Why not?
She literally doesn't have to do shit.
a model, bro.
She doesn't have to do shit. You just keep it right here. I don't think you have to change shit with her diet, really.
Get on fucking stage and win. Like seriously, get on stage and win.
Yeah, but she's tired of bulking.
I know. And
She's
not,
like,
dude, she's dropping weight. Like the
That's
girl's an
what I'm
absolute
saying.
fucking freak.
It's nuts.
And I just have her metabolism built up so much, man. This is the thing when you take an athlete and they seriously follow the plan. Like, they're serious about that shit.
Oh yeah.
She's eating probably, she did her macros with almost 4,000 calories a day right now. And she is peeled. Like she won't gain weight.
No.
I've doubled the fats. I've pushed the carbs up as high as I could possibly push them. I'm starting to change food sources now
Yeah.
to try to slow her metabolism down. And she will actually, I can't really say anything, but she's going on a little trip. You know what I'm saying? I'm not allowed to tell anybody, but going on a little trip. So I think she's going to come back and she can only eat on this trip, not just anything, for maybe three meals. And it's going to be really small meals. Like it's almost like boot camp for this girl, right? You know anything about that?
No.
No, I'll tell you about it after. But anyway, she's pretty much be in boot camp.
What the fuck?
And it's going to be rough. So she's going to come back to me in like 2 weeks and she's going to be probably lose fucking 20 pounds.
No, yeah, absolutely.
I told her to steal people's food.
Yeah.
I
You
eat
have
the
to
calories.
go in there and punk motherfuckers and
much.
take their food.
Exactly.
You gonna eat that chicken? Give me this
Yeah.
motherfucker.
You need to
chicken.
find the skinniest person in there, and that is your best friend.
That's your bitch.
And you make sure that they know that guess what? That food is mine. Okay? Whatever you don't eat, that's going to me. So, but no, man, it's Fit Model is going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I think it's cool.
It's going to be a good year. I think the national shows are, accepting this Fit Model division. I'm pretty sure you can turn pro at all of these national shows in Fit Model.
Yeah.
What I've seen personally. So I think we should be pretty good there. I'm excited for it. And we do have some big shows coming out. We could talk a little bit about that. We have Universe, which we have 16 people, going to that show. You're definitely going to be coming. All hands on deck.
Let's go.
I hope we can get 10 plus pro cards there.
That'd be so fucking sick to
think
just
we
bring
do.
that presence and actually attain some quality freaking pro cards, bro.
Yep.
I think that would be so cool.
Yeah.
And we can do it. Absolutely. And again, like I told you, motherfuckers, flip that switch. It's time. It's time. Don't worry about tomorrow, the next day. You worry about right now, and you stay as consistent as possible. No more fucking cheating.
Yep. And also, real quick, shout out to James because he's one of my lifestyle clients going to compete later this year on the OCB. He literally he watches every episode when it comes out. So, bro, shout out to you. Seriously, I just want to say that because he always messages me. When's the video coming out?
James, you're the shit, bro. Thank
So
you,
you keep
bro.
getting shout outs, guys, because let me know you watch this
Absolutely.
shit. All right, we'll keep giving you shout outs.
Absolutely. Another thing that I want to kind of incorporate with our podcast is somewhat of maybe a live factor. You know what I mean? We could potentially get like a little tripod and then put our phone up and then just go like Instagram live or YouTube live or some shit.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be
I think
fun.
that'd be something pretty cool. Anyways, crazy competitions coming up. Pittsburgh Pro. This is going to be the first time that they're actually implementing bodybuilding into there.
Yeah.
Going to be fucking insane. There are other. Yeah,
And the prize money's decent.
Right,
It's decent.
yeah, it's coming up
Remember,
there.
guys, these promoters are giving you this fucking money. This is not the IFBB. This is the promoters that are supplying this money.
Yeah, but the
So,
promoter is
it doesn't matter.
It's Jermanian.
It doesn't matter though. You know what I'm saying? It's
the
coming out of his pocket.
IFBB.
But it's still coming out of his
True,
pocket.
true.
And that's without the show venue. We've talked
Yeah.
to Stacey.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Without show venue, without all the trophies, without all that. He's given $100,000 probably or $200,000, $100,000 or two.
I don't know.
It's
Like
$200,000.
for bodybuilding, it's up there. It's like 100, 150, 200 grand, something like
It's
that.
unbelievable, right?
Crazy.
That is amazing, dude. For like a mid show like that to be able to get $100,000, $200,000, bro, that's life changing money. So I'm happy to see that more shows are stepping it up, right? Arnold Classic, I heard, they could potentially see $1 million, right?
Dude, that'd be
someday. That
so
would be,
nuts.
dude, insane, right? And Arnold keeps taking a leg up on him. He's trying to catch him.
Yeah, he's like, all right.
Yeah, so
Ah.
I'm excited, but I don't know. I mean, Pittsburgh was cool though. I kind of liked it not having a bodybuilding event because it used to encourage all the competitors in off season.
Yep.
It's like an off season.
Yep, exactly. Come over there and
You know?
like get on stage, do your little pose down. Yeah.
We're not gonna get that no more.
You're not. Well, I don't know.
We're not gonna get that no more.
You don't think so at all? Period.
No,
I mean, obviously you're gonna have the bodybuilders up there. There's definitely bodybuilders who commit to just showing up,
Yeah.
and being there. for gym and all that kind of stuff. And so I don't know. I think there'll still be people coming
Big
up
thing.
there.
So there was some rumors, right, that Big Ramy is going to be coming back. What do you think the chances of that happening are?
I mean, it depends, dude. That motherfucker, biggest legs in the fucking thing, except for, what's his name, Nexzilla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Nexzilla one-upped them, so we're going to have to see. If I can see Nexzilla against Big Ramy next to him, we can compare, see those legs. But I think it would be very cool to have him back, dude. Big Ramy coming back, absolutely diced, and showing that he's still the largest man on the stage with the conditioning that he brings, and he can just
slam the door shut.
Yeah, I think he can do
Yeah.
it. Which competition is he thinking about coming back to?
He'll only do the Mr. Olympia. Big Ramy.
Well, I mean,
will
yeah.
only do the Mr. Olympia.
Well, I mean, he
You know
is.
what I'm saying?
He was a
He's
Mr. Olympia.
Big dog now. He ain't never gonna. He wouldn't do himself like that. It almost reminds me like the Phil Heath story, right?
Yeah.
Phil Heath took a year off, came back. I think he got third, right?
Yep.
He got third. I'm pretty sure at that.
I think so.
His last Olympia. I personally like seeing these guys when they're done and there's injuries and you lose the Mr. Olympia title and you're not young. Derek different. Derek, fucking keep going.
Yeah,
Go for it, bro. You're fucking young.
Yeah.
Again, when you lose a Mr. Olympia title, fucking retire. Like that's it. That's it. Stop putting your body through all this. Like we want to see you guys live. You have so much more to offer. This like Phil Heathman, look how much he's doing for the sport now. He lost. He came back, yes, right? He lost, but he was young when he did it. He could have technically won again. He would have the time. Now look what he's doing for this sport, right? He's a commentator on a lot of the Olympia channels now.
Yep.
I love Phil Heath. He's my favorite bodybuilder I think ever now. I think he definitely, because I like seeing how he's doing out of the actual scene. Jay Cutler, phenomenal. Like he is such a good spokesman for bodybuilding. He's such a good ambassador.
He's very great.
Probably the best of all time, actually. And I think Phil Heath has that brotherhood with Jay. So he sees what Jay was doing. So when he retired, I have to be Jay. I have to be like Jay, right? I have to do this, and this. And he's following suit, and that's what I like to see.
Oh, well, didn't Jay take him under his wing initially?
Yeah.
Right? And that's
they were
kind of
like brothers with
exactly.
Yeah. And they were competing against each other.
Absolutely. Well, I mean,
that must have been tough.
Right. And I mean, that's who took Jay's freaking title away.
Yeah.
So
it's Derek and Hottie.
Derek
It's the same
Hottie,
exact thing. How the hell does Honey Rabot get 2 sets of that? Number 1, number 2. And the next year, number 1, number 2. This year, number 1, number 2, and they flip. Unbelievable, man.
So
you think Hottie's gonna get the title back?
I definitely.
He's done?
I don't know, man. I definitely think it's. Hottie's not done. That motherfucker has too much dog in him. You know what I mean? Or excuse me, not dog, wolf. That motherfucker has too much wolf in him. Okay, like he does not give a shit. He's going to continue to press forward. I don't think that dude has an off switch.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I would love to see Hottie get it again. I believe that he can. However, it's not up to me. It's up to the judges. Right. So
I want to talk about something, and this is something we briefly talked about on the podcast. People go out of state or out of country, right? They go to these other countries like Kuwait and do like Kuwait.
You go to the oxygen gym.
Oxygen gym. You go over to the Middle East. You got the Middle East countries. You go to Russia. You go stuff like that. For some reason, when they come to America, they gain 10 pounds just by eating the same foods, same portions, but they gain 10 pounds. They'll gain 5 pounds like water retention and stuff. So the point I'm trying to make is, what difference do you think the food is in America versus like Kuwait?
Again, I definitely believe that there is a difference in quality of food. I don't think the FDA is structuring things according to actual health like they should be. I think that there's a lot of additives. I think that our cows are giving, our animals that are eating these food to make them fatty, or is literally making them fatty. The grains, the corns, all that shit. If you compare free range freaking cattle, 2 of them, side by side. And then, however, they are free range, but you're feeding one of these just a little extra grain and some corn and all that. So this one's going to build way more fat than this one is. This one's going to have way more quality meat. This one's going to have a little bit more fat in there. And so just from that alone, and then you ingest that, it's not necessarily the worst thing that you can do, but it's just the quality of meat. Quality of meat, quality of the rice that we're eating, quality of the potatoes, quality of our vegetables. I think it's a higher standard in other countries, and they're utilizing less toxins to help grow things, or less steroids to help grow things.
You know what I think it is? I think it's not that they want to do it. I just think that they just don't have the resources and the money to be able to shove all these, let's be honest, probably steroids into these meat, right? All these pesticides. They don't have the money to do it. And the good thing is that all they have the money for is, guess what, motherfuckers, chickens, you're going in this coop. I'm going to feed you what I can, and you're going to grow. You're not going to have these. Why are we getting chicken breasts, bro, that are this fucking big?
I know.
Bro,
Dude.
if you had a chicken in the wild, I'm serious, bro, the chicken breast would be like this big on it.
Absolutely.
So that's what these people are eating over there. And the reason why is probably from steroids. They're probably giving these animal steroids, stuff that they're putting in their food or making them. I don't really know. You know, pesticides and all the fruits, all the vegetables, all that kind of stuff. I think that is the problem. I don't think it's because they don't want it. It's because they can't afford it. Like they just can't afford it. Bro, over there in fucking Iran, bro, there's just chickens probably running around and fucking You know, Hottie just picks one up and fucking eats it. You know, like he doesn't have to think about going to the fucking store. He's got the chickens right there. That's it. And he's got pure 100% quality chicken, right?
Yeah.
We get 50% quality chicken, 50% steroid chicken.
50% quality, 50% steroids, bigger chicken. You think that you're actually full, but you're not actually getting the right portion of protein because it's, who knows? Who knows?
That's what I think. Because again, like Kamal even said it. Like I don't know if he said it off camera or not, but he's like, "Dude, when I come here, it's different. It is fucking different here.
It is,
you know?
absolutely."
And also Robert, a guy, our boy Robbie that competed in the men's physique, he says the same thing. He's like, when I go out overseas, I feel better. Like I 100%. Feel quality fuck shit. And that's why RFK is coming in here. He's gonna rip all that shit up. All the red dye is already banned. Look, guys, they're banning all of these things, right? Red dye is banned. There's a few other things that I was reading up on that he currently is going to ban day one, right? So it's probably banned now. But that doesn't go into play until 3 years.
Yeah.
There's a time limit. They give these companies a time limit, 2 to 3 years, right? So let's just say you have Trick cereal. They have red dye in it. They're giving them 2 years or 3 years to fix the problem. And then at that point, that's when we're going to start cleaning out America, pretty much. So all these things you put in place don't just happen overnight.
Right. Is it because, obviously, they got a shit ton of stock out there. There's stock all across the country with Trick cereal on the store shelves. Yep. It's not like they'd be like, okay, yeah, no more red dye. Oh, get them off the shelves. Friggin', that's a huge loss in profit. Yes. But at the same time, better for America. However, the whole stock needs to go down. And then as they're bringing more in, it has to have no red dye.
Exactly. It's just, and that's just the one thing. Or like, Coke, high fructose corn syrup.
Like from Colombia?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, some good stuff right back in the day. So no, not that kind of Coke. But he's trying to make it where you have to do actual sugar now. So he's trying to make it like, okay, you can't just use this because it's cheap and it's bad for you, right? You have to actually put some better quality stuff into your Coca-Cola. And I love Coke, but there's a reason why that people get addicted to it. There really is a reason why. And back then it was cocaine. Now it's a little bit different. It's high fructose corn syrup,
absolutely. Right? And it's just that itself is a drug. And our kids are addicted to it already. If you allow your kids to do all that stuff. I like drinking Coke as well, but at the same time, if you put a better quality sugar in there and it's not artificial, then awesome.
Exactly.
Yep. It's not like sugar. Sugar sucks regardless.
But I forgot exactly what he's trying to make. He's pretty much saying, look, I don't give a fuck what you do, Coke, but you're not putting this in there. Why can you go to Russia and buy a Coke that doesn't have this in here?
Right.
But now you come here and you're able to get it. It doesn't make sense because the profit is larger for these companies because they're doing that. Right. So, I'm excited to see what's going to happen, over the next 4 years, getting America healthy, because that's what we're in the business of. I'm in the business of making America healthy, right? Yeah. And I want, everyone to not be eating all this trash ass food. And I might be living at gas stations sometimes. Got to be honest. I might be at the gas stations, but do what I say, not what I do. Okay.
Hopefully, that trickles down. You know what I mean, to the gas stations, and now you're getting better quality gas station food. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I was at the gym today, and I was training in Italia, and there was a little kid going by me, 9 years old, doing lunges. Dad was working out with him. At what age do you think that you should start working out if you're a kid?
I think the moment that they can grasp and understand how to follow the form. I've had Naomi doing push-ups. I've had, she's 4.5, going to be 5 in March. I've had her doing pull-ups, a little bit of crunches here, but you have to incorporate the basics. And now, am I making her do that kind of stuff? No. However, if she wants a snack, it's like, all right, let's get down 5 push-ups. Come on. You already had 2 of these things already. So if you want another one, you're going to have to earn it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I have her do some things like that. But, dude, 9 years old is great. Now, in incorporating weight training and, getting under a bar and stuff like that, maybe I'd wait till 13.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just so they have a little bit more development and that doesn't,
Because that's really the problem. That's why I want to get your thoughts on that, because when I was watching him, he's 9 years old, and the first thing is, hey man, he looks awesome, good. How often do you have him training, right? Because he was doing weighted lunges and stuff, and he was doing weighted squats, and I was like, how often do you have him? He's 9 years old. I'm like, how often do you have him training? Oh, just every once in a while. And I'm like, okay, good. As long as you're not doing it on a regimented schedule.
This kid's got a split.
You will literally stunt their growth. Do you remember that one kid when we were growing up? Maybe, I mean, you're fucking liberal than me, but you remember the one kid? He was like, dude, he was like 7 years old. He was just
It was like little Hercules, they called him.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he was like taking shit. Like his dad was like giving him
absolutely,
steroids. He was like a
bro.
Russian,
For sure.
bro, and he was just a fucking 6-pack. Boom. You know, he's only like 5'2" right now. Like
Yeah,
5'4".
he's not tall at all, bro.
He completely stunted his growth. So that's what I, obviously I coach my son full time, and I'll have him do push-ups 100%. In jiu-jitsu, push-ups all day.
Yeah.
Lunges, fine. Sprinting, fine. I just don't like seeing like really young kids, get underneath the bar. Like,
No, absolutely not.
I think you should wait till 13. Me, in my experience, 14, because that's when I started.
Yeah.
Because then you're kind of grown, right? You grown. You're not going to destroy your growth plates. That's what I think. And also, if you can get injured at a young age underneath the bar, and now you're not going to grow because you destroy those growth plates, and that's really where the problem is. But yeah, no, just wanted to get your thoughts on that because I saw him and I'm like, I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
My dad's excited. He plays football. He said he plays baseball full time. But I was like
body weight calisthenics, absolutely freaking go nuts. But when it comes to getting under the bar, yeah, you got to wait a little bit. I think my mom bought me my weight bench and everything when I was like 12 or 13.
I think the same, yeah.
And so like I just
fun,
had it in my room. I didn't necessarily know what I was doing.
Yeah,
I just freaking wanted to build a little bit of chest. I didn't necessarily do any squats, but
Yeah.
I saw all my uncles working out. I wanted to work out. So
and that's exactly what it is. You're always a certain age when your mom will get you that weight set. Like I think I was around like 11 or 12. You're not going to take it seriously, right? You'll do a few sets and then you're done for a few months, right? Like you'll do whatever. But me, when I was younger, the biggest thing I think that would save me was when I was 11 years old. I did 8-minute abs. This is a big thing. Okay,
He
I
always
did
preaches
8-minute abs. Every day since I'm not
7.
lying.
You know what I'm talking about? 7, the magic number 7.
Yeah, exactly. What you do it over
What if
there?
somebody
Eric?
what if somebody comes up with 6-minute abs?
Yeah, no. 8-minute abs.
You
Only
don't know the
8-minute
movie reference, huh?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Something about Mary, bro, when he picks up the hitchhiker.
No.
The hitchhiker got a body in his shit, and he's like, I got 7-minute abs. And you do this, and you get your abs for 7 minutes, and then Ben Stiller's like, so what if somebody comes up with, 6-minute abs, and he's like,
He's tweaking.
7.
That's
7.
me with 8 minutes. Then. Yes, I get the reference now. But that is me with 8 minutes because that's just what I personally did. Okay, only 8-minute abs. I used to have people do, and shout out if you guys could do this, fucking good luck. What I would do is 8-minute abs straight, right? Every 30 seconds, I would switch up the workout nonstop, and I'd make my clients do this. Like, so if you want to save time and you go to the gym, just do 8-minute abs. Hit a stopwatch every 30 seconds.
Do something different.
A new workout. Lying,
Little side crunches, hello,
planks.
freaking leg kicks, hello dollies, freaking.
Do that for 8 minutes straight.
Yeah.
What I would tell people to do is pick 8 exercises.
Yep.
Write them down on a list. Do it for 4 minutes. 30 seconds each, right? Repeat that again. The same thing again, but by that second time, you're burning. And I don't know if you ever done this, but when I was younger, I would do like really heavy decline sit-ups, right? Or or whatever. Yeah. And I would go and I would stand on the fucking bar, like the dip bar, and I would have somebody wear boxing gloves, and they would punch me like as hard as they could, like in my stomach, and I would flex. And there's just you have to hit like right here, bro. I had some strong fucking ass.
I used to
crazy.
So kickboxer, right? Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know the fuck I'm talking about. Here we go. He used to drop coconuts, bam, on his abs. So, growing up doing martial arts, I used to do that shit too. Not necessarily coconuts, but, I am Hawaiian, I'm like, whatever. But, we used to drop like the medicine balls.
Yeah.
Like nice soft medicine balls. You get up, stand up, get them on the fucking bench, and then I'm sitting there on the ground, and here it comes. You have to, practice. But yeah, I used to do the punches too, body hardening kind of stuff.
Kicking. The thing is, don't do it at home, okay?
No.
And don't hit in the middle. There's one spot you don't hit. You can hit on the sides all you want, but right here, you'd be like, sometimes I swear to God, I'd have my buddy Zach hit me as hard as he possibly could. Like, boom, 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 for a minute straight. Yeah. Just like, and eventually I couldn't fucking breathe, and he would like miss and hit me here, and I'd be like out of breath. But it made me a monster, man. I mean, it really
get the shit.
It's just like when you take chicken, bro, you fucking, you tenderize a chicken before you cook it.
Yeah. But we're trying to do the opposite here. We want to harden you up, though.
And that's exactly what happened. I think I was a fucking rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
See my abs when I was younger, but.
All right, so hey, bringing it back to Pittsburgh. I know we don't really talk about too much men's physique stuff, but hey, you got Brandon Henderson. He's coming back. Yep. He's going to do the Pittsburgh Pro. You got Jeremy Potvin basically coming out of retirement.
Yep.
Coming back to the Pittsburgh Pro and is committed. So I think that's pretty crazy. What do you think about these two athletes?
I think that Jeremy, I think that he should probably do Classic. I think he looks awesome.
Think so?
I don't think he'll do good. I mean, he's phenomenal. I just don't think that they like him. Like, they just don't like him like they like a Ryan Terry or like a Brandon Hendrickson or a Aaron Banks. For some reason, they just don't like him. I don't know. I love his physique. He has the best chest in the game, right? In my experience, he has the best chest in the fucking game. Why is he not placing better? It's his abs, man. He only has 2 abs here, I think. So
it's
he
like
doesn't
4.
have a full 6
yeah,
pack.
yeah, that's true.
He only has like a 4-pack, so it kind of looks a little weird. But classic, dude, he could do some fucking damage. But I know he started doing that, and I don't know what happened there. I think he just realized that he doesn't want to push his body to that point. Brandon, on the other point, it's just a fucking tank. He's gonna win. Nobody's touching him. He's too good from the back. But remember when he first won the Olympia? It was like 21, 22 or whatever. Yeah. One of his other times. We saw his back. And his Christmas tree was like next level. We thought the conditioning was crazy. Yeah. And then here comes Ryan Terry the next year, and he just like destroyed. I remember seeing Brandon, like he's the best back in like that I've seen in a long time, right? He'd pull back and he'd crazy. And then you see Ryan Terry, and I'm just looking at Ryan. I'm like, dude, this guy ain't shit compared to Ryan. Like, how did this white guy get a back like that? I'm like, give me your fucking secrets, man. And it's really just time, effort, and consistency.
Absolutely.
But he just destroyed Brandon from the back. And once I saw that, I was like, wow. So I don't know. I mean, I think that Brandon needed it at that time, but I also heard that he was like 20 pounds over the weight cap.
Really?
That's what I heard. Is that true?
Dude, that's a great question. I don't know because I've always heard that Brandon stays relatively in shape.
He does.
But who knows? Maybe he did have to dial it back and get a little bit smaller, reduce some of that muscle mass like Ed Von Pomero. Because Ed Von, when he came in there and he was competing against what is it? Alex Toplin, right? So he was competing against Alex Toplin in like the last 3 shows that Alex Toplin did to where that year that he did not get qualified. And Ed Von was like huge. He's fucking massive. He's like the biggest guy there. I mean, obviously there was no weight cap at that point. Right. But then the moment that the weight cap was put on, he had to downsize. And so him and who was it? God, what is his name? Why can't I think of his name right now? Yeah, we might have to edit that one out too. But that other coach, Coach Cuts. What the fuck?
Yeah, Cuts. Yeah,
Cuts. Him and Cuts got together and they downsized, and now he's in a great spot. Great physique and for men's physique. So who knows? I don't know. Maybe Brandon was a little bit too big. Maybe he did have to downsize.
I think that's probably what it is. I think it's just a little bit too big, And I don't know. Yeah. Ryan Terry, but Jesus Christ, he's the best. He's gonna keep winning. In my opinion,
I think he looks great.
Matches, conditioning, like I see. That's what I'm saying. I would love to see Samson in that shape. Like I love Samson's physique. Don't get this wrong. I always bring it back to him, but the best. Just come in a little more to make me happy, Samson. Okay, I know you don't know me, but just do it for bodybuilding, right? Do it for the people. Like to me, if I was Samson and I was looking at that, I would do it for the people that were talking shit like me. I swear to God, I'd be like, you know what, motherfuckers? Okay, guess what? After Arnold, you're not gonna see me to the fucking Olympia, and I'm gonna bring the most dry, dense, grainy, hard to just destroy everyone. Shut up! Like this is my title. That's what I want to see. I'm okay with them giving it to him. I really am. I truly am. I'm okay with that. I just want to see progression now. Like, don't bring the same sloppy shit to fucking
please don't,
Olympia, dude.
Please
don't, bro. Like, don't even give people the reason to even think otherwise. Like, I had him at third, just based on conditioning standpoint alone. I had him at third, and I don't know why they gave him the title. I get it, right? But Milos, he's like, oh, it's the shape. The shape is perfect. He's just the perfect shape. Where's the fucking conditioning? Bro?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't need to be conditioned because he just has the shape. I'm like,
bullshit, Milos. You were part of that golden era too.
Exactly. If that was the case, look how many people should have won the Olympia, right? Sean Roden should have won 1 million fucking times. If it was just
he had the best shape.
He had the best shape on the fucking planet. But no, Phil, he destroyed him on conditioning, destroyed him on muscularity. And okay, out of all the people, I know we talked about this, Martin is going to be there, but do you think Samson's going to go on a reign? Do you think he'll reign for a while, or do you think he'll maybe get 1 more or 2 more and then done?
Again, it all boils down to his conditioning and what he shows the improvement on. Did he show improvement from last year? I would say so.
A little bit. Not much from
but it's just like you're going to have to show more than that in this next one.
Yep.
And they always say, you're going to have to beat the champ. Well, I mean, I feel like the champ's got to beat the champ too.
Agreed.
Yep, and if he doesn't bring a better package than he brought last year, get him. He's got to.
Or if he goes worse, or he gets a little bit more, but I don't know. We're about to find out. I think it's going to be good. I don't know. It's such a hard one, man. Because I'm so a fan of conditioning. Me and Big Serb go back and forth on this shit like all the fucking time. I mean, it's conditioning. It's funny. I've been sports betting, lost all the money. That's okay. I put in $100, guys. I had $800. I bet all on the fucking Lions. I don't know if you guys watch football, but I lost all the freaking. But the thing is, I realized you only lose when you run out of capital. Because what you do is you just keep doubling down, and as long as you have the money, you're gonna eventually win, and then you just take your money. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But if you run out of capital, then the kids' money's got to come out, and then
Then you gotta go in the kids' fund?
I go in the kids' fund, and it's not their fault, but I got to get fucking my money
Yeah, we
back.
got to get the money back.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll figure it out. But you know what would be pretty cool, actually? If you could bet on the Olympia. Like, why is this not a thing? Hard Rock Bet should pick that shit up.
Hey.
Bet on the fucking Olympia.
I mean, that'd be cool.
How many people would bet on that? You know?
Yeah, like top 3, top 5.
Oh, exactly. Like, who do you think is in your top 5? If you get all 5 right, you get whatever.
Bro,
And then
that'd be
there's
a nasty
percentage
bet.
and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool because they do it for UFC. Why not do it for
Yeah,
bodybuilding?
I think so too. But
I mean-
and that would bring bodybuilding, you know, a little bit larger
Yes.
in the sports field.
Yeah.
For sure. If you can then bet on it.
I just don't know how they would do it. You know, it'd be kind of cool.
I think so.
Just it's almost like who do you have to win?
Yeah.
Right? This is the best person to win. This is second. This is third. Martin's like the upsetter, right? If
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wins,
yeah.
You get like 300 extra money or something.
Yeah.
Whatever, 3 extra money. That'd be cool though. I would love for that.
That'd be
I'm not
fucking
even a
sick.
gambler at all. I actually don't really believe in gambling. For me, it's more about my son. Like we watch football, he's been really get into it, and it is somewhat fun. It gives me a reason to watch the game. Like if I have no pick in the race or whatever, whatever that phrase is, I'm not gonna do it. But anyway, man, I think
I got one more.
One more. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
One more.
One more.
All right.
Let's go.
Because I hear a lot about this shit, and you know, people ask me all the time. Alcohol
Yep.
and partying in conjunction with bodybuilding, does it have a place?
Of course not. No. Well, it has a place for second placers and people that don't want to win and don't want to succeed and don't want to actually be at the pinnacle of bodybuilding, right? And I think the problem is that a lot of these people, man, like when you turn pro and you get in there and you get to this top echelon of competitors, you know, you get a big name, you probably get some money, right? I think who are you talking about specifically?
I'm just talking about in general, like people like you know, people who've asked me like how, you know, clients, lifestyle clients. Yeah, you know, I have to have my glass of wine, or oh my God, like I need to have a couple drinks on the weekend, or how are you going to see any change?
The thing is, you're not, you know, and this is what I always explain to people. I'm like, do you think that your body gives a fuck about building muscle if you're putting toxins in it and has to fight to get rid of these toxins every weekend? And some people go fucking hard, right?
Yeah, I know.
Some people go really hard. And one bad night of drinking is going to destroy any progress you've had in the past 2 weeks. And I've been a firm believer of that. And that's why I never really drank. You know, when I was younger, I never drank, guys. I would go years without drinking. Yeah. Even now, I go months, dude. I might drink one time in fucking 7 months. Not even just one drink, dude. Like, I mean, I've been getting a little bit more, like, a little more lifestyle-ish, you know what I'm saying? I might have like one drink every 3 months, but that's it, man. You know, but I just can't. I don't know how to stop. Like when I'm Irish, okay, so when I start, it just goes.
So good as soon as it hits your lips.
Awesome. It's the red beer. But it's funny. I'll go. We went out to the bar that one night. I went to Joyland, right?
Yeah.
I think I had like 10 shots, and dude, I was chilling. Like
10
it
was
shots
fine.
of Patron, I was vibing.
I don't think that. I don't think that I, you know, had a hangover the next day or whatnot like that. But you know,
but did you build muscle that day?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No.
Was I in a prep at that point? No. Was I trying to cut? No. Was I, you know, I'm trying to get a little bit bigger at that point. It was off season. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, onesie twosies here and there. I understand, but does it have a place in a winning, like in top tier competitive bodybuilding? No, right? I don't think so.
I actually don't even think off season. If you want to be a pro or you are a pro, active pro, I don't even think you should be drinking like at all. Almost like if you want to seriously make progress, right? Once a month, 3 drinks, is that going to hurt you? Absolutely not. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think if you're drinking every weekend and you want to make progress, there's no way in hell that's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Right? It's never gonna fucking happen. So that's my stance there, and I've been pretty stern on that.
I mean, you know me, brother. I don't fucking drink. That's just not my
try
thing.
to get a drink.
Yeah,
sometimes though.
Yeah, every once in a great while. You know what I'm saying? But
at
at the same time, that's just not something that I like to do.
Yeah.
On the other hand, though, I do partake in some cannabis. I know this might be a touchy subject for you. You don't necessarily like to talk about this.
I love talking about it.
But
people get a little
right,
offense.
right, and
you know, some people.
You know, but I think I don't necessarily think that it has a place in bodybuilding. I just understand that there are more than half of bodybuilders that I know personally that actually smoke weed. Yeah. I know professional top tier bodybuilders that smoke weed. We've spoke about him a few times on this show.
A lot of people.
Martin Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
He smokes weed.
Yeah.
He wakes up every morning and smokes weed.
Yeah.
So
Arnold, back in the day.
Yeah, Arnold smokes weed.
Pre-workout.
I mean, what do you feel about? I mean, I understand your position.
Yeah,
and I know the history, but how do you feel about it?
So it's tough, man. The older I get, the less I care. You know, to be honest with you, I've worked with professional athletes that smoke an hour before stage. I'm not gonna say any names, but you know, get fucking blazed now because it helps calm the nerves.
Absolutely.
Right? The problem is I do think that it creates laziness. It really does create laziness. Like, you know, in a prep, you know, if you're so focused on like food, and it can have the opposite effect, right? Some
Yep.
people eat and they have the munchies and they go fucking off, right? Some people eat and it relaxes them, it calms them, it helps them not think
Yep.
about the food.
Yep.
So I do think there's a place for it if you have the right mindset.
Absolutely.
Now, for like a lifestyle thing, I don't think people should just be smoking all the fucking time. I think that it creates laziness.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would say out of every 5 that can do it and make money and be really good at it, there's 100 people that just
Absolutely.
can't. That's all they do is they're just looking at the next fix. They want it, and that's the problem. It's not that you guys can. If you could do it, bro, by all means, go for it. Justin, my best friend, bro, one of my best friends. You know, he really does blaze every day, all day.
Yeah.
That's all he fucking does. He will not function without it. But he also is a hard worker. He also gets his ass up off the fucking couch and goes and does the goddamn work.
Yep, exactly.
Always running around. That is rare. That is not normal, right? And again, like, you know, my mom was a drug addict, right? It was a big drug addict family, right? They're all clean now, thank God. But I've seen a lot, man. And like, not even just that, like my best friends when I was younger, like everyone says like, you know, weed is a gateway drug. I personally believe it is, but I think it takes a certain type of person that can just stop, you know, and just because you can do it does not mean that everyone can do it, right?
Absolutely
And
not.
I've seen some moms, I'm not saying the names either, but I've seen some moms where like they would smoke, they would show their sons to smoke, but they don't have the same mindset that the mom has.
Yeah.
They have that addictive mindset. So once you get an addictive personality and you start smoking, it's not just about the weed, right? We all know weed's probably not the worst thing you can do. If anything, is alcohol worse? Probably, right? For sure. I would say arguably 100% is, right? But, you know, that being said, you know, a mom will do it thinking she's good, show her son that she could smoke, or that, oh, yeah, I could do it. Now your son starts smoking. Now he goes off the fucking rails. He doesn't just stop there.
Yep.
He's doing cocaine. He's doing all this other shit. And then he goes down the rabbit hole, and then you don't have a son no more. And I've seen it happen. I'm out of the 4 best friends that I had when I was younger, one of them's dead, right? One of them's dead from an OD. He OD'd on fentanyl 2 years ago. You know, he just did. Whatever it is, what it is. God rest his soul. His name's Sebastian. But he died of fentanyl overdose because he got some cocaine. It was late. It was 100% fentanyl.
Shit.
Did it with his girlfriend. Long story, passed away. My best friend from childhood, Cody Phillips, right? I'll say his name. It doesn't even matter. I actually saved him. And that was a crazy story. I'll go for it real quick. And, you know, he got really bad into it and he went to jail a bunch of times. He just has addictive personality. He always had. He was like, couldn't stop doing it, right? So he went way down the rabbit hole, ruined his life. I think he personally did. You see him now, he doesn't even look like the same person, unfortunately, you know?
And I've seen that happen so many times.
And I'm just like, Jesus. And like, and I try to save him, you know, and I've tried to save a lot of people in my life. And I realized you can't save somebody who doesn't want to be saved.
True.
Right? Like, bro, like long story short, this is really weird. This is like God, right? This is why you know God exists, right? And he was my best friend, probably since 11 all the way to like probably 22, maybe my really, really good friend. And then we just didn't talk for years, right? Years went by. Maybe not 22, maybe like 16. From 16 to like 25, I didn't see this kid. 25, I'm like, I got an apartment. I'm going to the gym. I have a car. I can fucking drive to the gym. It was a crunch on beerage. Yeah. I'm like, let me just walk. Like for some reason, something told me to fucking walk, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm wearing my Muscle Meds hoodie, man. I was really into bodybuilding. Wearing my Muscle Meds hoodie, fucking Muscle Meds team tie in the back.
yeah.
Walking. I see this bike coming up next to me, and it's Cody, right? And I didn't know. And he's come by, and I'm like, I look at him. I'm like, Cody? I'm like, I haven't seen this kid in like 8 fucking years, like 5 years, whatever. I look at him like, Cody? And he's like, oh, what's up, man? Bro, he looked so bad. He looked like he was like, oh, what's up, dude? What's going on? I'm like, yeah, what are you doing, man? Like, whatever. So I didn't end up going to the gym, right? I talked to him. I brought him back to my house. You know, wanted to see where his mindset was, right? Sat him down, you know, talked to him. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just on this stuff, whatever. He's like, I want to be clean. I want to do it. Like, I just don't know how to get out. I don't have any help. I have no family. I'm homeless. He was living on the street, literally homeless, bro. And I'm like, you know what, dude, how about this? If you can prove to me right now that you're willing to stop that shit, he had like a little pipe on him with some shit, right? I'm like, if you could throw that in the lake right now, I'll save you. And you can stay with me. I'll give you food. I'll give you clothing. I'll do everything. So he ended up throwing it in the lake, right? Finally, he made that decision. Got him with me. Bro, the withdrawals of that, you know, he was on like K2 shit too. He was on K2, which was fucking horrible, right? The withdrawals for that. Dude, so I got him, fed him, clothed him, came to the gym. I said, you know what? Starting tomorrow, you come to the gym with me every morning. That's no, every morning you come with me. Took him to the gym. Well, he'd be shaking in the gym working out because he's withdrawing, bro.
Yeah.
And he just profusely sweating. Give him some pre-workout. Let's go, bro.
Give him some pre-workout. Give him some Jack 3D with the fucking good shit
seriously,
in it.
Jack 3D, some DMA. Funny fucking story. This kid is literally, he's crazy, bro. You know DMA, you can get the actual powder of.
Yeah.
So long story short, guys, I got this kid clean, took him in for 3 months, got him clean, ended up moving back in with his mom. But funny story again, I had this DMA powder. I used to, because they banned DMA, right? But you can get the actual powder. So I was like, hey man, if you want to take my pre-workout, take a scoop BCA or take a scoop of put your scoop pre-workout, dude, it's like a fucking pen drop.
Yeah,
DMA.
it's tiny.
The pen drop. Just put a pen drop in there, like nothing. Mix it up and drink it, and you'll be fucking crazy. This kid, bro, I'm not lying. I walked in and I'm like watching him do his shit. No pre-workout. Took a line, bro. I'm talking about like this much of the DMA and just went. I'm like, you did not just fucking do that. His heart rate was like,
okay, I'm ready.
He's like, I'm ready. So that's the kind of act I was dealing with. And long story short, he ended up, kind of going back, but he says it to everyone now. I saved his life because he was homeless and whatever. Yeah. But that was crazy, man. So
that's nuts.
That's a good bodybuilding story. Save some people.
I mean, that takes a lot to just like, I mean, from you, courage from you to just go up and approach somebody. Yeah, you hadn't seen him for 8 years and just, invite that man into the home. You don't know what he's done, what he's been through, the type of shit that he's seen. And so for you to take that risk and, a leap of faith on somebody who, again, you haven't seen for 8 years is very, valiant of you, dude. I mean, that takes a lot to do that,
Yeah, and the thing is, guys, I was poor too. You know what I'm saying? I was barely making ends meet as it was, right? And when I took him in, I am that person. I will give you the clothes on my fucking back. I don't care. Like, I'm good with it, right? It's just the problem. I guess the point, we're going to go back to a point, right, is the drugs, right? It took such a control over his mind that about a year later, right, after all that, I was really poor at that point, right? I was not with my significant other. I had to move into his mom's house. We were really close with my best friend, like my family, like my mom. Moved in. Long story short, I knew he already started smoking weed again, which is fine. It is what it is. He started doing other things, and I noticed it, right? And I noticed money being missing from my wallet and shit. So I set him up. I had two $20 bills in my wallet. It's my last chance with him. Two $20 bills in my wallet, right? I set it on the counter. I went to the gym. Came back from the gym, took my wallet, went to Walmart to go pay, and I opened up my wallet, and there was only $120 in there. And so he stole the fucking $20 bill. Bro, I've given you thousands of dollars. Why do you can just ask me for the money? Yeah. But the problem, he was so embarrassed that he did go back to that. And long story short, mom kicked him out. I don't know what he's doing now. Yeah. That was pretty much the last. Actually, no, I lied. So I moved out. And then the person I was with ended up moving back in. I don't know exactly the time period, right? So he stole all the money out of my piggy bank. He stole $2,000 out for jewelry, right? Because he came back to the house, stole everything and left, and then went back to the mom's house. Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make, man, is like, drugs really can affect the wrong person if you don't catch it early enough. And when we were really younger, I found out that he was smoking weed. I actually went to that Sweet Tooth on it was the ice cream parlor in Clark. Yeah. So he was there with these two friends that I knew were bad influences, right? He started hanging out with them. I found out he was smoking weed. My best fucking friend went there because I knew what was happening. I just knew he's such an addictive personality, right? I just knew what was going to happen. Went there, I was like, hey, dude, I want you to, get the fuck in the car. Like, we're not doing this shit. You're 14, bro. Like, I think we're 15, 16. I was driving, so 16. You're 16, get the fuck in my car. We're not doing this shit. No, bro, no. We actually almost got in a fist fight there. And I said, you know what? And that's when I left him. That's when I was like, all right, I'm done. And I didn't see him again until he was homeless. Bro, so why do you think I have a certain perspective?
Absolutely. No, I definitely agree. And you're not wrong, bro.
It's tough.
When it comes to that kind of things, you've seen the fact or how it can be a gateway drug. You've seen the effects of that addictive personality. Aside, it's tough to see. Yeah, it's tough to see. So, like, again, don't do fucking drugs. let's just start there.
Pretty much.
However, if cannabis is something that you want to try or not want to try but are doing currently, you can do it with bodybuilding. But again, it takes a certain mindset. You don't have that addictive personality, you're good. Yeah. I don't have that addictive personality. I'm definitely thankful for God that I don't have that. I haven't smoked in probably or smoked or partaken in any type of weed because I like the edibles too. That just helps me sleep. Sometimes I just can't. I can't fucking sleep. And so I'll sit there and I'm just tossing and turning forever. And then I'll finally get to rest and I might get like 2 hours of sleep. Exactly. So that really helps me sleep. Shout out to my boy in California. Thank you for providing some great, fully organic kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just perfect. But yeah, it takes a certain type of person to be able to manage all that and not get lazy, not get away from the plan, not,
it's tough,
fall down the rabbit hole.
And obviously I've coached a bunch of people and I have had people tell me like, I smoked last night and dude, it did not go good.
And they just fucking munchies.
100%. And there's been some top level people that have done it too. Yeah. Smoked and can't fucking stop.
Yeah, you can't control it.
Can't put the fucking fork down. But yeah, man. So let's end this off. I want to know, I think the whole community wants to know, when are we getting on stage this year?
Yeah. We started out or end it with something good, right? Who knows, man? Like I have a couple shows in mind that I want to do. And again, I don't want to fucking come out of Florida. I just don't.
Yeah, I agree.
But if I don't know. I really want to do the St. Pete Pro. I would like to do that one again.
21 weeks.
I would like to do that one again.
22 weeks.
Yep. I would like to do the Sarasota Pro, or excuse me, Florida Pro in Sarasota. I would really like to do that. That one's 10 weeks from that one. And then you got the Tampa Pro in between there. But we're again running that same schedule.
Yep.
Being 4 weeks, if it is what it is, we got to do what we got to fucking do. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a much better mindset, in a much better place to really just say fuck it. I learned a lot last year, and you know, I might have a couple regrets on my plate, and you know, it is what it is.
Well, so what are some of those regrets?
You know, almond butter.
You know what's funny is like when I know Dustin's doing shit, I'm like, you can't push him too hard because I know there's minds at. That's the problem, is that you could say whatever you want, but you have to understand your client's mind to figure out where they're at, because you would have broken if I would have gotten on your ass too much. And I tried to get on your ass a little bit because I knew what was at risk, right? And do you think that played a reason why you were like profusely sweating that water? Because I've been thinking that for a while, and I think it could be from the amount of food we were giving you and the sugar, right?
Potentially.
The M&Ms. If your body doesn't know what to do, so sweat it out. You're not normal, right? You're not functioning normal. So that's something we're gonna have to talk about. But
we're gonna figure it out, brother. And like, I'm gonna give you the fucking reins, and we're just gonna go, brother. I'm gonna go back to that military mindset, and I'm not fucking around this year.
But it gets hard. It gets really tough, man. Especially like when you've done certain things in the past that you know work, but now we're just at a different level, right? There's different levels. And the thing is,
things got to change.
It's just we just got to now like come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Insanity, bro. What is the definition of insanity?
I don't know. Fucking it's gonna be you and fucking
doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. We can't. We can't, brother. I'm gonna leave the reins on you, and you're gonna fucking. I'm glad
you finally admitted that.
You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is.
Let's talk about real quick. I do got to go soon, but let's talk about when Teresa caught you doing the Splenda and the almond butter. Remember that thing? And I yelled and you got mad at me. I'm like, hey man, I heard you putting this stuff in your coffee.
No, okay, so check this out. They went to a fucking pizza spot, right? They're like, my lady's like, oh yeah, we're gonna meet up with just Sebastian and Liv and Teresa. And we're just gonna go hang out at the park. 4 weeks? 3 weeks? No, I think it was more than that.
6 weeks?
Something like that.
I'm hard as fucking about 8 weeks. I don't give a fuck.
So it's like, boom, cool. All right, let's go to this stuff. And then we're hanging out, and then Marie was like, I didn't want to tell you because I knew that you were gonna say no, but we're all gonna go and grab some food. I was like, bitch, what the fuck?
You're like, I'm even here.
Like, I'm gonna fucking, what do you mean we're gonna go eat? I don't have a meal with me and we're gonna go, where are we going?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go to this amazing Italian restaurant where they got pizza. And I'm like, motherfucker, this is fucking bullshit. So we get in there, okay? We sit there, we get sat down right where all the fucking food comes out. Tell me why, right? I'm like, I'm sitting here like, oh dude, here comes a fucking bing. You know what I mean? Here comes the dopest pizza I've ever seen in my life for the longest. And I'm like, oh my God. And they're like, why don't you just get a coffee? I mean, if you get a coffee, it'd be all right. You know what I mean? And I'm like, fucking coffee right now, dude. Like, just get him a coffee. So they here comes a coffee. There was some creamer. I don't even think that I used the creamer. And then there was like a Splenda. So I took the coffee and I was like, I took a little bit of the Splenda and I drank the whole coffee. It was a fat fucking coffee, one little Splenda. I'm like, dude, that ain't gonna fucking affect me. But I mean,
but see, I'm just hardcore as fuck.
Yeah.
And I did find out about that. I didn't think I brought it up for a while.
No, I was mad.
The reason why I brought it up, the only reason why I brought it up, because I just wanted to make sure that wasn't happening the whole fucking time.
Fuck no.
Like that was the problem. Like, damn, okay, if he's doing that, then is he doing this every morning?
Absolutely not.
Understand it. So when you're at that level, it really is those little details, man. Like not even just that level, bro. Even at the amateur level, why do you think we're just slaughtering people with the people who are like 110%, right? But even then, you know, you might be 99% perfect, but we need to be that 100%.
Exactly. I was mad.
Prepare for something.
I was mad. First of all, okay, don't fucking drag me out of the house and just we're gonna do this and have fun with the kids, and then by the way,
there's some pizza involved.
No, fuck that, dude. Don't do that to me. At least if you're gonna do that, bring a meal for me, or at least prepare my mind so that I can have a meal ready, so that I can just go there. Like that was anyway.
Yeah. Well, people understand why I don't ever go out.
I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to go out.
I don't fucking go out. It's not worth it.
That's why, whatever.
But yeah, anyway, episode, I don't even know.
This is episode 2 of 2025 of the new year, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go.
Broke it down.
Hey, subscribe, hit the like, fucking bell notification so you know when we're posting more of these vids. And hey, if you are looking for 2 amazing coaches, or actually we got 5 amazing coaches. We are the largest and growing lifestyle, wellness, fitness, competitive bodybuilding team here in Sarasota. And I swear to God, you won't be let down.
That's it.
You won't be let down.
will
So
not.
give us a shout. I'll
Let's
see
go.
ya.